Jason, and this is the OP1 channel. Yeah, and basically, what the main premise of this channel is going to be is a channel dedicated wholly and solely to the Marvel, which is the Teenage Engineering OP1. Here it is, right here. I've had this little beast for a while, but I haven't, utilised it to its full potential. And over the lockdown, I've just had a bit of time to sit down with this beautiful device, and boy, I tell you what, you can do a lot of things with this. Just as a quick sort of demo, I'm just going to do like a quick little video of the kind of sort of workflow which this device has. As I sort of press the buttons, I will show you on this interactive screen here what each device does. So each button does, because it's like so many features compacted into such a tiny little space. Alright, so the first thing, let's start off, let's say do a little sort of track. So first thing I'm going to do is go to the drum synthesizer, which is here. So drum synthesizer, I hope you can see the little DD screen very well. It's so bright and such a vivid display. So in here, if you do sort of shift and any of these buttons along here, you can sort of pick out presets. So I've gone into a preset channel, and in the user channel I'm just using a standard 808 sort of drum kit. So let's go back to the drum synth. So you heard those 808 standard sounds a million times in your sort of lifetime, and you sort of don't get sort of tired of them really. It's a fundamental musical sort of drum sound. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do, just so I can sort of throw down the beat quickly, I'm going to employ the finger sequencer. So if you press this button over here, this blue button over here, this sequencer. So basically within the OP1 there's several different sequencers. Say for example, I'll go to the top one, that's an arpeggiator. So you can change the frequencies and all the rest. Sequence number 2 is endless. So with endless, you can just basically tap in, like a load of beats, and then it will kind of play those notes you punched in repeatedly. So let's do another little one. Say for example, if I did shift, so say for example, bass drum, snare, hi-hat, and then you can sort of change the speed and also kind of variations off that. So it's quite an interesting little tool. Next sequencer is finger. So this is one we're going to use. I'll go into the others at some other time. So finger. So within finger, it's a grid, step sequencer grid, and you assign each grid to a button. So say for example, and then change pattern. So let's what was the sequencer style again? It was, yeah. So you can basically build up some quite interesting patterns by, like sort of pre-programming each pattern within and assign it to each note and then build it up. So I'm just going to use a basic 4 to the 4 beat, yeah? So go back to sequencer, I hit record, I've already set my range, so I've just done an 8-bar sort of loop. So here we go, so 1, 2, 3, go, and then here we go. So that's like a 8-bar loop. I'm going to turn the metronome off. So So next, this button here is the sequencer engine. So if I press sequencer engine, and then if I press shift on any of these, I can sort of go through user presets or any inbuilt one. So here's some samples I made earlier. So let's make a nice little sort of tune to go over. So I select another track, hit back. So hit record. Oh, so just want to let it play first through, sort of get a feel for the rhythm. So it's going to loop in this 8 bar, which I've set on there. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that again. So 1, 2, 3, go. So let's get a bass sound on there now. Yeah, come on. So let's get this like a little right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to chop this, and then so when I hit this button, chop, I've just skipped forward halfway through to bar 4, to the end of bar 4. I've hit the chop button, so basically that was split that track I was working on. Then if I press this button here, I can lift. Oh, I lifted the wrong one. I can lift the track, paste it in again, so then that's filled up the whole of that 8 bars. So I hope that sort of made sense to you. So I can select track 3, and then I've got that bass sound. So that's a nice little bloopy SH101 kind of sounding bass sound. So I'm just going to go back to track 1 again, and then I'm going to try and drop that in. So 1, 2, 3, go. Oop, 2, 3, go. So you hear that's a bit quiet in the background, the bass sound. So if I hit the mixer button, which is here, and I can turn it up a bit, so it's a bit more pronounced in the track. So let's add a bit of lead, yeah? So yeah, so once again, if you select any of these tracks, these presets here, so I'm going to hit 7, hit shift, and then I can go into some of my preset sounds I've got in here. So I've got some classic sort of synths that I've sampled. Oh, and it's just crashed. Oh god, an actual crash. That is brilliant. I'm just going to restart the track. The one thing about this device is that it's hardware, so all your stuff's still in there. So even though it's just crashed, I could restart it and it will be okay. So here we go. So everything's still there. It's very rare that it ever crashes. I don't know what sort of caused that, but it's probably because I've got it plugged into so many different devices, mixers, and I don't know. I'll diagnose that at some other point. So let's have a look again. So I was selecting a synth sound, wasn't I? Yeah, so hit the synth button here. Then I do shift and one of these buttons to sort of choose a sound storage space. So I'm going to choose this one and go through some of my sounds that I've created. This is a very interesting synth. So if I change any of these parameters, I can change the whole feel. It's a very expressive sound. One thing I forgot to show you actually, since I'm in this page. So say like, you know, you can change the parameters of this particular synth. I think this is I'm not too sure actually what the synth name is. So if I go to shift and 1, so there's several synths in there. There's digital, DNA, Dr. Wave, Dr. Synth, FM and phase, pulse, sampler, string, voltage. So there's quite a few different synth engines packed into this thing. So I believe that one we was just playing with was digital. Let's have a look. Let's choose a different sound. You can mute tracks by hitting the individual track channels. Anyway, guys, yeah, this is just a quick sort of trial. I'm just testing my equipment before I sort of go into the sort of in-depth nitty-gritty with this device. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first video or second video we did. I did a test last night actually. So yeah, just give me your opinions, what you think. Give me some feedback, and you know, I want to build a community around this device and just basically become the premium #1 channel for the OP1 on YouTube. See you next time, guys.